about your house, Margaret. It is one of the few houses in London where I can take Agatha. I don't know what society is coming to. The most dreadful people seem to go everywhere. They certainly come to my parties. The men get furious if one doesn't ask them. Really, someone should make a stand against it.
Oh, I will, Duchess. I will have no one in my house about whom there is any scandal.
Don't say that, Lady Windermere. I should never be admitted.
Oh, Lord Darlington, men don't matter. With women it is different. We are good. Some of us are, at least.
It's a curious thing about the game of marriage, Duchess. A game, by the way, that is going out of fashion.
Lord Darlington, how thoroughly depraved you are.
Lord Darlington is trivial.
Don't say that, Lady Windermere.
Why do you talk so trivially about life, then?
Because I think life is far too important a thing ever to talk seriously about it.
What does he mean? Do as a concession to my poor wits, Lord Darlington. Just explain to me what you really mean.
I think I'd better not. Nowadays, to be intelligible is to be found out. Goodbye. And now, Lady Windermere, I may come tonight, mayn't I?
Yes, certainly. But you're not to say insincere, foolish things to people.
Ah, you're beginning to reform me. It's a dangerous thing to reform anyone.
Oh, what a charming, wicked creature. I like him so much. I'm quite delighted he's gone. No, Margaret, how sweet you're looking. Where do you get your gowns? But now, I must tell you how sorry I am for you, Margaret. Agatha, darling.
Yes, Mamma.
Will you go and look over the photograph album that I see there?
Yes, Mamma.
Dear girl, she's so fond of photographs of Switzerland. Such a pure taste, I think. But I really am so sorry for you, Margaret.
Why, Duchess?
Oh, on account of that horrid woman. She dresses so well, too, which makes it much worse. Sets such a dreadful example. You know Augustus, my disreputable brother. He is completely infatuated about her. It's quite scandalous, for she is absolutely inadmissible into society. Many a woman has a past, but I have been told that this woman has at least a dozen, and that they all fit.
Oh, what are you talking about, Duchess?
Oh, about Mrs. Erlyn.
Mrs. Erlyn? I have never heard of her. What has she to do with me?
My poor child. Agatha, darling.
Yes, Mamma.
Will you go out on the terrace and look at the sunset?
Yes, Mamma.
Sweet girls are devoted to sunsets. Oh, just a refinement of feeling, doesn't it? After all, there is nothing like nature, is there?
Yes, but what is it, Duchess? Why do you talk to me about this woman?
Don't you really know? I assure you we are also distressed about it. Only last night everyone was saying how extraordinary it was that of all men in London, Windermere should behave in such a way.
Husband? What has he got to do with any woman of that kind?
Ah, what indeed, dear. That is the point. He goes to see her continually, and while he is there, she is not at home to anyone. Not that many ladies call on her, dear, but she has a great many disreputable men friends, my own brother particularly, as I told you. And that is what makes it so dreadful about Windermere. We always looked upon him as being such a model husband. But I am afraid there is no doubt about it. My nieces tell me that Windermere goes there 4 and 5 times a week. They see him. And the worst of it all is that I have been told that this woman has got a great deal of money out of somebody. For it seems that she came to London only 6 months ago without anything at all to speak of. And now she has this charming house in Mayfair, drives her ponies in the park every afternoon, and all since she has known poor, dear Windermere.
It's impossible.
Oh, but it's quite true, my dear. The whole of London knows it. That is why I felt it was better to come here and talk to you and advise you to take Windermere away at once to Hamburg, where he'll have something to amuse him and where you can watch him all day long. I assure you, my dear, that on several occasions after I was first married, I had to pretend to be very ill, and was obliged to drink the most unpleasant mineral waters, merely to get Berg out of town. He was so extremely susceptible, though I am bound to say that he never gave away any large sums of money to anyone. He's far too high principled for that.
Oh, can't be true. We're only married 2 years. Our child is 6 months old.
Oh, the dear pretty baby. How is the little darling? Is it a boy or a girl? Oh, I hope it's a girl. No, I remember. It's a boy. Oh, I'm so sorry, Margaret. Boys are so wicked. My own boy is excessively immoral. You wouldn't believe at what hours he comes home. And he's only left Oxford a few months ago. I really don't know what they teach them there.
Are men bad?
Oh, all of them, dear. All of them. Without any exception. And they never grow any better. Men become old, but they never become good.